Why do cats bite their claws? A warning sign or perfectly normal? Cats are the masters of cleanliness. They meticulously groom their fur, wash their faces, and have you ever noticed them chewing on their claws? To some owners, it might seem like a cute, harmless habit. For others, it's a cause for concern. So, why do they do it? To avoid guesswork and jumping to conclusions, it's crucial to know where natural grooming ends and a reason to call the vet begins. A natural manicure. It's all about instinct. Have you ever seen your cat biting or thoroughly licking its paws? You can relax. This is perfectly normal behavior, driven by their natural grooming instincts. A cat's paws are constantly in contact with different surfaces, floors, carpets, their beds, collecting dust and small debris. Sometimes just licking isn't enough, so a cat will gently nibble at its claws to remove any trapped particles. Also, have you ever thought about the structure of a cat's claw? It's made of layers, like an onion. When the outer layer becomes worn, cracked, or starts to peel, the cat carefully removes it with its teeth. What does this accomplish? It reveals a new, sharp, and fully functional claw underneath. In this way, your cat is essentially giving itself a manicure, keeping its claws in perfect condition. If your cat does this occasionally, doesn't seem to be in pain or distress, and is generally active and healthy, there's no reason to panic. This is especially true if they have a scratching post. In fact, a lack of good scratching surfaces might even encourage them to manually groom their claws more often to make up for it. When a habit becomes a problem, behavioral reasons. But what if this harmless grooming routine turns into an obsession? Sometimes a cat will start to literally dig into its paws, picking at its claws and licking them relentlessly. In these cases, the root of the problem often isn't physical but emotional. Can cats really get stressed? Yes, they can. Just like people, our pets experience strong emotions. The source of stress can be anything: moving to a new home, the arrival of a new pet or baby, or a change in their daily routine. Even simple boredom or a lack of attention can trigger anxiety. As a result, the cat looks for a way to self-soothe through a repetitive action, like biting its claws. It's very similar to how some people bite their nails when they're nervous. If you notice your cat biting its claws much more often, pay attention to its overall behavior. Have they become less active? Are they hiding in secluded spots more often? Are they avoiding interaction with you? These behavioral shifts are subtle but sure signs of stress. To help your pet, try to eliminate any triggers, create a stable and predictable environment, and enrich their life with new experiences like interactive toys, play structures, and of course, your attention. Physical discomfort. When it's pain. Sometimes the reason isn't grooming or emotions, but actual physical pain. In this case, the cat's behavior will be different. They might pull or bite at their claws more aggressively than usual and may focus on just one paw, licking it anxiously. The most likely culprits are minor injuries like cuts or cracks in the claws. If you notice a claw is splitting, it may have been damaged during a bad jump or while playing with a hard object. These small injuries can cause itching and pain, and the cat instinctively tries to fix the problem itself. Infections should also be considered. Fungal or bacterial infections on the skin around the nail bed and between the toes often cause inflammation, itching, and irritation. An infection can develop on its own or as a secondary complication from an injury or excessive biting. Important: if you see any redness, swelling, or flaky skin, or if your cat has started limping or holding up its paw, it's time to see a veterinarian immediately. Only a professional can make an accurate diagnosis and prescribe the right treatment. Your action plan: what to do if the biting won't stop. Noticed your cat is biting its claws too often and with a clear obsession. Don't panic. Just follow this simple plan. Observe. Note how often, at what time of day, and for how long it happens. This will help you understand if the behavior is a reaction to something specific or has become a habit. Inspect the paws. In a calm moment, gently check each paw, paying close attention to the condition of the claws and the skin between the toes. Assess their behavior. Are there any other signs of stress or anxiety? Has your cat's overall condition changed? Analyze the environment. Does your cat have enough scratching posts, toys, and quiet places to retreat? Have there been any recent changes in the household? Schedule a vet visit. If you've ruled out all obvious external factors and the obsessive behavior continues, a professional checkup is the best solution. Prevention and care. How to avoid problems. The best treatment is always prevention. By following these simple tips, you can ensure peace of mind for both you and your pet. Regularly trim their claws, especially if your cat is not very active and doesn't wear them down naturally. Provide access to high-quality scratching posts or cat trees. Ideally, have several in different parts of your home. Keep their paws clean. If your cat goes outside, wipe their paw pads and claws with a damp cloth after each outing. Maintain a stable home environment. Cats are creatures of habit, and their emotional well-being depends on a predictable world. Conclusion. So why do cats bite their claws? In most cases, the answer is simple. It's in their nature. It's an essential part of their self-grooming routine that keeps their claws in top shape. However, if this habit becomes obsessive, is paired with other worrying symptoms, or leads to injury, it should not be ignored. Being attentive and caring will help you spot a problem early and keep your furry friend healthy and happy.